That voice that's always warning you about what could go wrong. It's not protecting you, it's running the show. There's a reason letting go feels scarier than staying stuck. And understanding this changes everything. This section reveals why healing and positive change often feel terrifying, even when we desperately want them. It explores how our minds have been trained to see safety as danger and freedom as imprisonment, creating an exhausting cycle where we resist the very things that would bring us peace. The text shows us that true healing happens when we recognize that our protective mental patterns are actually the source of our suffering. You finally get a weekend with nothing scheduled, the first real break you've had in months. But instead of feeling relief, anxiety creeps in. Your mind starts generating a list of everything that could go wrong if you're not constantly vigilant. That work project, the conversation you had yesterday, what people might think, what you should be doing instead. Even though you desperately want to relax, some part of you feels like letting your guard down is dangerous. So you end up scrolling your phone, busy but not really doing anything, neither working nor resting, caught in the exhausting middle ground where the security guard in your head never gets to clock out. Have you noticed how quickly your mind can turn a moment of peace into a problem to solve? It happens so fast we barely catch it. One moment you're settling into your couch with a cup of tea, feeling the warmth in your hands, maybe even taking a breath that goes all the way down. And then, like clockwork, the voice kicks in. You shouldn't be sitting here. What about that email? What if they're waiting for a response? You're being lazy. Productive people don't just sit around. Your mind is like a hypervigilant security guard that never goes off duty. It scans every situation for threats, sounds alarms at the slightest irregularity, and treats every moment of relaxation as a dangerous vulnerability. This guard genuinely believes it's keeping you safe, but it's actually keeping you in a constant state of emergency, exhausted, tense, and unable to experience the peace that's always available right underneath all that mental noise. The really twisted part. When someone suggests you might be able to relax, to trust that things will be okay without your constant vigilance, your internal security system treats that suggestion itself as a threat. Don't listen to them, it warns. They don't understand how much you have to manage. If you let your guard down, everything will fall apart. And so the very idea of healing, of letting go, becomes something to defend against. Here's where it gets really interesting, and a bit maddening. Your mind has developed this backwards logic where the things that would actually help you feel the most dangerous. Think about it. When was the last time someone told you to take it easy, and your first thought was, I can't afford to take it easy? Or when you considered therapy, meditation, or just taking a real day off, and immediately your mind produced a dozen reasons why that would be irresponsible. We've been trained to believe that our worth comes from constant doing, constant vigilance, constant improvement. So when healing shows up, which often looks like slowing down, feeling our feelings, or admitting we need help, our security guard goes into overdrive. This is a trap. It insists. Strong people don't need rest. Successful people don't have time for feelings. If you stop pushing, you'll fall behind and never catch up. Remember our weekend scenario. By Sunday evening, you're more exhausted than you were on Friday. Not because you did anything especially strenuous, but because you spent 2 days in that liminal space, neither truly resting nor truly working. Your security guard kept you in a state of high alert the entire time, scanning for threats that never materialized, preparing for disasters that existed only in your imagination. And the cruel irony, you tell yourself you'll try again next weekend, not realizing that the pattern will simply repeat unless something fundamental shifts. But what if the security guard isn't the enemy? What if it's just confused about its job? This is the shift that changes everything. Instead of trying to fire your mental security guard or argue it into submission, what happens when you simply notice it doing its thing? Oh, there's that voice again, warning me about emails. Hi, voice. Thanks for trying to keep me safe. The moment you realize that your mind's protective voice is actually what's keeping you trapped, everything shifts. Instead of fighting your thoughts or trying to think positively, you begin to see the whole mental commentary for what it is, and suddenly there's space to breathe. It's like discovering that the burglar alarm in your house has been going off for so long. You stopped hearing it consciously, but your nervous system never stopped responding to it. Your shoulders have been up by your ears, your breathing shallow, your jaw clenched, all because some part of you has been in constant response to an alarm that's warning you about nothing. Just the terrible danger of being at peace. When you stop believing every warning your security guard issues, something remarkable happens. At first, there might be a wave of discomfort, like taking off two tight shoes you've worn for years. Your mind might escalate its warnings. See, you're feeling uncomfortable. This proves you need to get back to work. But if you can sit with that discomfort for just a moment, not pushing it away or dramatizing it, it passes. And what's underneath is quiet. Not the dead quiet of exhaustion, but the living quiet of presence. You might notice the weight of your body in the chair, the rhythm of your breath without trying to control it, the sounds around you that aren't problems to solve. This is what's always been here. Underneath all that mental noise, a simple, easeful awareness that doesn't need to be earned or defended. Your security guard might still be pacing the perimeter, but you're no longer following its every movement with anxious attention. You can appreciate its dedication while recognizing that most of its alarms are false. That work email, it can wait an hour. That conversation from yesterday, it's over, and replaying it won't change anything. The imagined judgments of others, they're thinking about their own lives, not scrutinizing yours. The real miracle isn't in getting rid of the security guard, it's in recognizing that you're not the guard. You're the one who can watch it pace, appreciate its concern, and choose whether to act on its warnings. You're the awareness that can hold space for both the anxiety and the peace, without being defined by either. This is what healing actually looks like. Not a dramatic transformation where you suddenly become a different person, but a gentle recognition of who you've always been underneath the noise. The you who doesn't need to earn the right to rest. The you who can trust that letting go isn't the same as falling apart. The you who discovers that the safest thing might actually be to stop defending yourself against peace. So the next time you find yourself with a free moment and feel that familiar anxiety creeping in, remember, that's just your security guard doing what it thinks is its job. You can thank it for its service and then gently return your attention to what's actually here, the weight of your body, the movement of your breath, the profound okayness of this moment when you stop insisting it should be different. This is how we come home to ourselves, one moment of recognition at a time. If you're finding value here, You're welcome to like the video and subscribe. And now, let's shift into a quiet guided meditation together. Let's settle in now. Find a position where your body feels supported. Your eyes can close or soften their gaze. There's nothing to achieve here, nothing to get right. We're just noticing what's already here. Feel the weight of your body wherever it's resting, the chair or floor holding you up without any effort from you. Notice how your body knows how to be heavy, how to let itself be held. You don't have to manage this. It's already happening. Your breath is moving on its own. In and out, without your supervision. Notice how your body breathes itself when you stop interfering. There might be an urge to control it, to breathe better, somehow. Just notice that urge and let your body continue breathing itself. If you notice tension anywhere, shoulders, jaw, belly, you don't have to fix it. Just notice it with the same kindness you'd notice a tired child. It's been working hard, standing guard. Let it know it can rest now, even if just for this moment. Your security guard might still be pacing. Thoughts might drift through about what you should be doing instead. That's okay. They're just habits of mind, like clouds passing through an open sky. You don't have to clear the sky. You are the sky. Rest here in this simple awareness. Nothing to defend, nothing to prove, nothing to earn. Just this moment, just this breath, just this quiet okayness that's always been here beneath the noise. When you're ready, take a slightly deeper breath. Feel your body here in this space. Wiggle your fingers or toes if that feels good. Open your eyes when you're ready, bringing this quiet recognition with you. Thank you for practicing with us today. If you'd like, there's a free digital copy of A Course in Miracles available through the link in the description. You're also welcome to leave a simple comment such as, "I am grateful. Thank you for taking this time with us today." Remember, that security guard in your mind is just trying to help. It just needs to learn that you're safe enough to rest. Be gentle with yourself as you practice recognizing the difference between real alerts and false alarms. Until next time, may you find moments of quiet even in the midst of the noise.